live session, and this is brought to you by Mark Foster Builder Station at Iwo Road, Ibadan. Okay, my name is Uche Okoli, and I'm here with my colleague, Mr. David. Mr. David, you're welcome. All right, today we'll be talking about water tank. Water tank, can you say this water tank? Water tank. Water tank is a container used by virtually all households in Nigeria. It's used to store up liquid, but most especially water, which is very, very necessary to livelihood. To livelihood. All right. So today we'll be sharing practical tips on how to maintain your water tanks. So let me ask you, how often do you wash that water tank in your house? And how often do you how do you know if your water tank is due for cleaning? And do you know that your health is directly related to the state and the condition of your water tank per time? Perhaps you might be going to the hospital frequently and you don't know that your tank is due for washing. All right, so here Mr. David will be answering some questions related to the use of water tank. So join me on the session. But before we go there, let's know where you're joining us from. Are you joining from Ologunairu? Are you joining from Iwo Road, Akobo, Lagos, Ilorin? Let us know. Let us know. And please do well to click on the share button and like the video if it brings value to you. All right, so let's take the first question. How often should water tanks be washed?
Water tank should be washed twice yearly. That's every 6 months.
Every 6 months, really? Wow. So what's the implication if it's not washed every 6 months? Because I know some people don't know that they should wash their water tanks 2 times a year. So what's the implication of this?
Well, if anyone fails to wash his tanks 2 times a year, then that means it's causing a lot of damages to his/her life
Mm,
because that causes frequent illness,
okay. Yeah, illness like
cholera,
cholera,
dysentery,
dysentery,
typhoid,
typhoid.
and all, most especially hepatitis A, which is very, very
Yes,
dangerous.
it's one of the deadly disease we have in the world today. And do you know that it's linked to the condition of your water? Thank you very much. So tell me, what are the common causes of dirt buildup in inside water? Because you agree with me that sometimes when you look into that water tank, you see the green substance, the algae, the spirogyras. What are the common causes of this dirt buildup in the water? Did they just come by itself or what?
No, well, that one I would say the poor installation and also the dirt inflow that's from your borehole to the tank. Because once the tank is covered, even once the water is bad, once it's going into the tank, it causes a lot of germs and a lot of things inside the water
Yeah. So that's from the borehole.
from the borehole.
So perhaps there are some particles there. So what's your advice to the audience on what to do?
Well, I will start from the borehole section. You need a good professionalist
Mm-hmm.
to handle that part because people just go these days and install boreholes without using some materials. Like most people these days don't even know they use borehole. They use nets,
Nets.
yes, to
Wow.
install the borehole.
Okay. So it's very important to put net, that's the filter, right?
Yes.
So that it separates particles and sediments from entering, stops them from entering into the tank. Thank you very much. This is useful insight. So I know sometimes some people see dead animals like ants and birds inside the water tanks, and all of this um, is as a result of exposure of the tank, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
But some people we still get these things even when the water tank is covered, that's the lid is covered. So what could be the cause of that?
Well, it still boils down to that poor installation I said about
Okay.
and the dirty inflow of water.
Yeah.
Because once the water from the borehole is bad, no matter how neat the tank is, it still forms that bacteria inside
inside
of it.
it. Okay, okay. So sometimes maybe crack from the
From
tank.
the pipes also.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So we'll be going on to the next question. So, what should people look out for when their water has been contaminated?
Well, the test,
The taste of the water
yes,
and
the discoloration also,
okay,
and also the odor. And most especially, people don't notice this about your taps and your
wow,
shower.
yeah,
Once, no matter how good that facility is, once
mm-hmm.
you get it, once there's dirt, it's very, very obvious it blocks the mouth of that thing. So
Okay.
it gives that thing a little penetration of water.
Oh, so that is reducing the pressure of the water
Yes.
coming out of either the shower or the taps or wherever.
Yes.
So when the pressure of your the tap or the shower or when the pressure reduces, so it's a symbol or is a pointer that the water is
It's-
dirty. There are dirt particles and the tank needs to be cleaned. Oh,
Yes.
thank you for that. And also maybe sliming substances like
Yes.
I know particles. Maybe you begin to see dark particles coming
Coming
out
out from the
from the
water.
water, tiny.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so hope we are getting value, hope we are getting informed about those things. Now let's move on to the next question. So how do a common person clean his or her water tank?
Well, on that aspect, I would advise everyone should look for a professionalist in
Yeah, a
that aspect.
professional that would clean the tank, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so why can't they clean it themselves?
Well, saying they should look for a professional, it doesn't mean you should let them do what they like on your tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Because using harsh chemicals will affect you.
Mm.
Because you are the one using the water
You are
and
the
not
ones
them.
drinking the water, yeah. So you should
Yes.
watch out for that. Do not use hard substance. Do not use harsh chemicals in your water to wash the tank. Okay. All right. So it leads us to the next question. So when they get the professional now, so they should ensure that it's cleaned right
Yes.
properly. So do you want to speak more on that?
Yes. Once it's clean, doesn't mean they should just put the water and they start using it
Okay.
immediately. Once they use the rightful chemical for it,
Yes.
sanitize everywhere, they rinse properly
Yes.
and also flush it like twice
Okay.
because it's your health we are talking about
At
here.
least 2 times after washing, you rinse and flush it as you fill your tank, allow it to get full, empty it so that it goes through the pipes, right?
The
Because
pipes
the
out,
pipes
yes.
needs to be washed as well. So it goes through the pipes and it cleans it up. So at least 2 times. Oh, that's good. All right, let's us to the next question. So I know you've answered this question. How do we prevent algae buildup, algae spiritual buildup in the tank? I think this speaks to the positioning of the water tank, right? So do you want to talk more on that?
Yes.
Does the positioning of the water tank, where it's being positioned, does it affect um the water in the tank to get contaminated?
Yes. Because most people don't actually know this. The tank being directly on the sunlight gives a room and an exposure for all those algae substance and bacteria to form inside of them.
Yeah.
And most especially using all these color tanks,
Mm.
like all these blue and white tanks, it gives room for that.
That's
Also,
it helps it
it
increase
helps.
the
Yes.
chances of forming that spirogyra. So even now that we're advising our audience to wash their tank at least 2 times. So for those using this kind of product, they have higher risk of their water tanks getting contaminated easier. So for them, it can be washing your tanks every month,
Every
washing your.
month,
Do you
yes.
get it? Oh,
Yes. And also, in some areas now, people are still using making use of all this stainless tank to all this.
oh.
Yes, and
So,
that one is very, very bad to the health because with time, all those metal things gets rust.
oh.
Once it rusts like that, it's contaminating that water also.
Wow.
So
Wow.
while building your scaffolding at your home, you always ensure there's always a shade
Above the water
above the
tank.
water tank.
That's good. Thank you so much for that. That's very insightful. I mean, and when the stainless tank starts to get rusted, it starts from inside, right? And
Yes,
not
not
outside. So
outside.
from outside, you look at it and you think, oh, my tank is still
Still
good,
good
whereas it's getting damaged inside
inside.
and is mixing up with the water, and the household is drinking it. Wow. Please do well to ensure you are using a safe product for your water storage. Is very, very important. So the next question says, now what simple monthly checks should homeowners carry out, to ensure that their water um, is not contaminated? What should they do?
That still boils down to what I said before.
Okay,
The tests, the discoloration,
okay,
and also most especially checking it, your taps. You see your taps getting bad, something like it's not rushing out the way you bought it the first time. You think maybe the tap is bad, it's not a good product. No, the fault is from your tank because of the debts. The holes there are very, very small. So once there's any dirt there, it reduces the pressure of the water.
yeah.
So and also you also check your environment. They say cleanliness is next to
Godliness, yeah,
godliness.
that's right.
So once
So
your place is done, it's obvious that
your tank too is
your tank
dirty.
is dirty.
Oh, that's good. So your tank should not be in around incinerators. Your tank should not be in close to your dust bins,
No.
your waste bins. No, 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 no. Ensure the environment is very neat. Ensure the environment is very neat. Okay, so the next question, let's go back to that question, to the kind colors of tank now. You said the white tank, the blue tanks have increased chances of getting this algae spiridura formation because of direct sunlight. Why is the black tank better than that? Do you understand my question? Why is the black tank better than this color tank?
Well, the black tank is much more better than the colored tanks because, will I say, maybe when they are producing it, what comes out shine like black. Those ones that need to add some chemicals to make it shine
Mm.
blue. So it helps in accepting those particles in
Oh,
them.
and perhaps it's the colored one allows sunlight and it
Sunlight.
allows the water gets hotter.
Yes,
And when the water is warm, it increases bacteria
bacteria.
formation, right?
Yes.
So could it be that the black tank helps to shield the sunlight? Could it be?
Yes.
That's oh, that's good. That's fine. So let's talk about water filter. I know I've heard about, okay, people talk about water filter. So this water filter, what's the purpose of water filter? Okay, then we have one here. Please, can we say
Yeah.
what's the purpose of this water filter and how does it work?
Yes. We have various types of water filter,
Yeah,
and this is mostly recommended for homes.
yeah.
Every home should at least have one of these things placed at their tank.
At the tank. So
Yeah.
what part of the tank now? Let them know. What part of the tank is it? Just before? Is it from the bowl to the tank, then, or after the reservoir tank? Just let them know. Bring them down to it, please.
Okay. From your pump, there's always a pipe, an underground pipe, which is already run to the reservoir down.
Yes.
So from the reservoir which takes the water up is where this is always placed.
Okay. Takes the
So
water. That's the
takes the
water that will
water
be
to the
used
that will be used inside.
inside the house. Okay.
Yes. That's
Okay.
where this is always used. So any water going to your tank that is being stored must go through this first.
Yeah.
So it's always advisable you use this.
Okay.
And it's also, we have it in, we call this transparent and
Mm-hmm.
we call this non-transparent.
Okay.
Most people go for this one because it's easily to notice when it's dirty.
Yes.
Why this? Most people that don't have daily routine on how they wash this will also go to open it and check if it's dirty. So I don't know which one is advisable for you people
Of
to
course,
use.
is this one because I can easily tell that it's dirty, and it helps me um want to. So how, what's the usage like? Is this something that can be cleaned or?
Yes, once it's fixed like
Okay,
this,
let me open this.
once it's fixed like this on the tank,
Yes.
this is already connected to whatever the plumber. So you can just easily open it like this
Yes.
and make use of clean this.
Oh, can this, do they sell, do they, can they get this separately when
Yes. Once this is bad, you can easily change. This is very rare to get bad, except maybe if it's
cracked?
cracked.
Yeah.
So when the water is now leaking, you can now change this off.
Okay.
But once this one is bad, you can easily go for it
And
for
change.
another one.
Okay,
Yes.
there is a okay, you can go for another one.
Yes.
So
They
this
call it
is what
candle filter.
candle filter. So this is
Yes.
what does the filtering
The filtering
of the
inside of
water
this.
inside of this. So
Yes.
it's attached
It's
somewhere, right?
attached. Yes.
Please, could you open it? So it's attached to this place.
Yes.
So okay. All right. So we have heard from the experts we need to use water filter and also monitor the cleanliness of the water filter to know when to change it, because health, they say, is wealth. So I see another thing. What's that? Is that a tap filter?
Yes.
So
This.
how is this used?
Most people still take their life very, very serious. Some people have this and still go for this.
Okay. So this is used mostly in the kitchen,
Yes,
right? So
mostly in the kitchen.
this is people use this at the kitchen sink. Oh, so you see that. So the water goes in from
From
here
here,
before it comes out,
yes.
and also, so okay, we've heard from experts, and I hope we got value. I hope we are better informed that our health, the water condition of our tank is very, very important. It's very good to wash our tank regularly. It's very good to change our water filters regularly. This helps our loved ones, our family to stay healthy, and we don't go very often to the hospital. It reduces the occurrence of typhoid, gastrointestinal intestinal diseases and all of that. And before we call it a day, I know there are different kinds of tap in terms of durability. Is that right? So do you want to shed more light on that?
Well, the product we sell here is GP product. We go for it because the sizes are always written at the body of it,
Yeah.
not like some other tanks.
Okay. So do we have, like, I know there are two kinds of tanks.
Yeah, we have rubber tank and we have plastic,
Yeah.
but we call them roto and we call them blue. Some call them old, some call them new.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roto and
blue.
so what's like the, is it the elasticity? Why is one called plastic and why is one called rubber tank, and what's their function? Tell us more about it.
Yeah, obviously everyone should know this. Plastic is something that can easily break,
Okay.
while rubber is very easy, it's kind
It
of flexible.
is very
Yeah,
flexible.
very
So should, in
flexible.
case maybe it's installed
One is
from a
installed in
height,
this, yes, from a height. Once it's plastic, once it's get down, it's
it doesn't
obviously it gets
it
bad.
doesn't have enough flexibility to contain the water pressure and it breaks. Is
Breaks.
that what it is? So,
Yes.
but it's not that the rubber, it's should I say, the chances of it breaking is lesser than
Lesser
that
than.
of the plastic. Okay, we've heard. So now let's go for durable products. So here is the tank. It's available at McFoster Builders. You can come here and purchase. We are located at 53 Iwo Road, Ibadan. You can follow us live. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and also come back to watch this video. This session is brought to you by McFoster Builders. At McFoster Builders, your health matters to us. We are passionate about providing to you quality products at very affordable price. So bye for now and see you again. Okay.